way. If somebody has been abandoned, if they have been shamed, they tend to feel like there's something horribly wrong with them. It's deep in their soul. They can't possibly get it out. The best they can do is to desperately stay at 100% for the rest of their lives and never make a mistake, and then they will just simply be okay. It sets up tremendous addictive cycles. So I'm going to give you an example with this. Let's say that this person thinks they are fat, and so what they're going to do is they are going to become a Greek god. What they're going to do is exercise 2 hours a day. They are going to eat only healthy foods and very little of it. And at first, what they feel is absolutely in control and proud of themselves. They continue to eat that way and exercise for 3 or 4 days, and they feel the high of being able to be in control of themselves, and they notice somebody eating a lot of garbage, and they can laugh at them because that person is going to be fat, and they know that they're on top of things and that they're really a good person, that their behavior is their personhood. And they keep working out, they keep eating extremely well, but they look more and more at people eating more comfort foods, and they get a little bit envious. The anxiety builds, they feel like a victim, they try to work even harder and push the exercise even more, but they're already starting to damn themselves because they really want something that they shouldn't have. They start damning somebody else, and they see somebody really eating, and now they're really pissed off, and finally they go to the famous fuck it stage, which is they sit down and eat 57 Hostess Ding Dongs in one sitting. And for a moment in time, that release feels glorious. They feel that they are finally back in real control, because that's what I always wanted, is those Hostess Ding Dongs. I know that that's what I wanted, and people should be allowed to eat that kind of food. I don't know why people, focus on being thin all the time. But then they remember, oh my God, I really am a fat pig, and I promised myself that I wouldn't do that. I can't believe that I made that mistake. Why am I so stupid? And they start damning themselves from that critical parent again. And the shame builds, and then they become incredibly intelligent. All of a sudden they realize that what their real problem was, of course, is that they just weren't strong enough on themselves. They didn't have any of those old family values that people keep talking about. And so what they do is they start working out 3 hours a day and only lettuce. And what happens is it builds and it builds and it builds, and it keeps happening. And in my mind, the dysfunctional families drive this incredible craziness and this addictive behavior. Because what occurs is, in our society, we focus on the release. The drug addiction is the problem. If we put everyone in jail, or if we gave them enough penalty, it would make the problem go away. But the release is the tertiary problem. It's the third problem. And the control and the grandiosity, the feeling that we're somehow God, that's the secondary problem. It's the setup problem. There is no way you can get to be 100%. But getting to be 80%, that's achievable. But the real problem is the shame that drives the engine. It's that feeling of hating yourself that makes it so difficult to act in a balanced, homeostatic condition where you expect only what is reasonable to expect. And therefore, if we really want to change any kind of addictive behavior, what we've got to do is get into the family system and to make it more sane and human rather than so dysfunctional.